Alright, it's Dude's YouTube channel here, and my name is Joey from Dude's YouTube, and this is going to be a tour of my new basement in my new house. That was not done when we moved, but we did it, and it's not 100% done, but I figured I'd make a video anyway because it's January 2015, so it's very close to being done. Really, we just need to add some air vents and some moldings, as you can see, and along the bottoms of the walls and around the doorways, but the raw of everything is done, and that's me. And I like the door because, I mean, it's like, you wouldn't think it's a basement door. And there's a hot tub out there. Let me see. Right there. My very own patio with my very own porch upstairs. Well, there's like another sliding glass door directly above this through the kitchen, but I only care about the basement. Because, you know, basement's where it's at. So, okay, we're gonna look here and then see. Like I said, I mean, it needs like fine touch-ups, but we have like posters. It's furnished. The couches aren't actually the permanent ones. Those are going. They're like horrible. The TV, we're gonna get a new one, and then hang it up on the wall. And then there are, I believe, 15 outlets, and they're on 2 circuits. Actually, 3 circuits. This one here is its very own 20 amp, and then all the ones on that wall, there's like 7 on that wall, and then there's like 8 on this and this wall. This is all 1 circuit. It's 20 amps, so you're not going to be tripping anything on these. And this is the storage room. Yeah. And then back here is the furnace and hot water, but I mean there's about probably 800 square feet back here, I think. So, like, you know, and then there's just the other door into the back into the room, you know. Okay. Oh, and there's a HEPA or HEPA, I don't know, air filtration system, and a humidifier hooked up in the furnace. And there's air conditioning outside, and through the vents there, just use the furnace as for the blower fan. And he's gonna put the vents. He's gonna put a return vent here on like the side. You don't want to put it in the ceiling. Oh, there's all LED lighting too. It's like very soft light, and it just disperses. There's no dark spots. There's, you know. So he's gonna put it in the side, because if you put it in the wall or the ceiling, it tends to when it'll be warm when the heat's on, but when it shuts off, the heat just escapes right back to the thing. And here in January, it's very cold in Pennsylvania. This is just a closet, not quite done. See, you can actually, there's the hot water heater. You can actually get back into the storage room through there. There's no walls up yet. We have Nutcracker for Christmas, and it's like the mid-January. Drink a lot of Coke. This is the poker and roulette table here. Not exactly a real poker table. The carpet's brand new. This pole we're gonna wrap. There's like a hardwood wrap you can get for it, and you can stain it, paint it, do whatever you want to it. It's like a really nice wrap, and then the moldings will go on the top and in the floor. This is ping pong, but there's also a pool underneath it. If you take the cover off, it's really not that difficult to do. right now to heat it, we only have 2 Eden Pures, or actually, that one's not even a real Eden Pure. There's that one, the Eden Pure over here. And this carpet comes out very nice when you vacuum it. But it's technically this is red, but it's, after looking at it for a long time, it's starting to look brown. It's not fading, but it's I mean, it's synthetic, so it won't fade or anything. But I really like it. You don't even feel the concrete floor. But they put a 10 ply pad under it, which is the thickest you can get. And but these things do keep it very warm down here. They do keep, well, I mean, it was like well below, it was like -20 the other day, so they had some trouble. It dropped to like 68 in here. But I have my digital picture frame here with some like gaming pictures on there. Steve Jobs book. I like Steve Jobs. This is my Asus. Runs very well. It's like very nice. Oh, this is not. This is me and my friend did this. We put them underneath the glass on the desk. They're just cards because the glass comes up. It's not glued down. So this is like my writing desk here. That's a report card. That's my some other things there. That's a deck of poker cards. Or cards, poker cards. And it's a whole thing with my name on it. Yeah, that's a candy machine, Coke bottle. My dad's a Coca-Cola technician. He got it. It's some thing they gave to the employees. It's some other things, bunch of pens, whatever. It's a good laptop. It's Asus K Mocha series or something. This is my desktop here. I have the cover right here. And then I go all Razer. And those are they're GigaWorks speakers. They're like FT2 series or something. I don't know, but I do know they're very good for the price. They're like $40 speakers, and they are, you can't tell any distortion. These things, they encourage you, if you want to take these off, go right ahead. They actually come out like, it's like, not hydraulic, but that's what it would feel like. It's so smooth when they come out. It's like, I can't do it with one hand, but you'd have to do it for yourself to see when you take it off. But they definitely, the cones are, they're like quad threaded cones, so you're not blowing those out. There's, there are only mid-range and tweeters in there. However, the bass is, I mean, it will shake. You'll feel it. You will feel it. It's for $40. I mean, it's definitely plenty of bass for, the treble it offers. It's definitely more bass than you'll ever. It's just a perfect amount. I have racing wheel and pedals down there. It's like a Genius or something. The brand, pretty good. HP printer, touchscreen, good printer actually. It's like $100 at Best Buy. I don't know what kind. Oh, the HP Envy 5550. And that's my Bob Marley. I like music. And see, we need the moldings. It is insulated too. It's has an R value, actually a lot greater than like a spray foam insulation. This is like Pink Panther foam. It's called or something. It's an R value of about 15, I want to say. And I know for every inch of regular, fiberglass insulation, it's only, I mean, it depends on the brand, but generally for every inch is only an R value of, I believe, 5. So that definitely knocks it out of the water. not to mention the amount of cinder block behind that. These are acoustical, fire-resistant tiles. They're very pretty to look at, unlike a lot of... It's a smoke alarm there. There is one down here, which is nice. They are pretty to look at because... I'll get to my computer too in a minute, the specs, but unlike a lot of drop ceiling tiles, but the only thing I don't like, you cannot touch these. They're like powder. They're just made out of solid powder. Like it just crumbles in your hand. You need like special gloves to handle them and whatnot. They're 8-foot ceiling height with the drop ceiling here, but this is about 7.5 where he boxed in. But then the other side is 8. It's actually about 7.89 feet, but 8 foot we'll go with. So it is shorter, definitely shorter than. See, I mean, I can't quite touch it. I'm 6 foot. Well, I'm 5'9", and I can't actually reach for it. I mean, I'm on my toes trying to reach. Yeah, I can't quite reach. So that's good, but I can definitely reach there. So it's good height, definitely good height. It's, you know, you don't come down and your reaction definitely won't be low ceilings. They are definitely plenty high. I mean, not as high as the rest of the house, which are 12 foot, but hey, it's a basement. I mean, I'm happy. Couches are going, like I said. 2 new ones. These 2 are going, 2 new ones in. I play drums and guitar. I have a lot of lights. There's also a disco ball will hang here, but this is just for January. So we got a little ways to go. We got to box this in, make like doors or something, furnished. This is a circuit breaker here. Don't know how many people care. I guess it's a... No. It won't focus. It's like a 200 amp. That says 200 on there. I don't know what that means. I guess it means amp. I'm guessing amperage. 200 amp. You can't see it. Here. Can you see that? Oh, if my macro lights aren't on. That's a... Well, that is a 200 there. I don't know, I think that's low compared to most homes these days. The house was built in 2008. It's 2015 here, so we did not build the house. We just moved from another house that we built, but this one's definitely, the previous owners did not do anything. There is no, you know, the house is still perfect, so it's not that old. It's only, what would that be? That'd be 7 years then until it is. And technically, houses are not considered old. When you go to list them, you can technically put this up as new, because 10 years or older is an old house. Now, this is 1,300 square foot space down here, not including the back. The furnished area, this is a 1,300 square foot space. The rest of the house is, if I measured correctly, about 3,500 square foot. It's 4,000 square feet raw, but with the, you know, basement times 3 comes out to be about 4,200 square feet house. But of course you have your staircases, you have your walls, you have your obstacles, and it's about a 34, 36, little rounded 3,500 square foot home. You know, I didn't like it at first. I guess I'm starting to like it, you know. But fire alarms every floor, and whatnot, but it's just the basement tour. These are the pool sticks. This is cool. The stairs. And this is where we were. But we were down. We were down there. We came through that door, and then there's like a space back here I showed you, and right back here is that closet. So I'll get to my computer now here for you. Definitely like the basement. Really cool. Yet it's needed touch-ups, you know. It does paint touch-ups, spackle in the ceiling from friends. Banging it with a pool stick. That's alright. It's gonna get marked up. I'm not worried about it. We could fix it. It is nice in a basement, you know. It's something to worry about in terms of tuning it up. You know, in terms of it's always easy to do things down here. I mean, we're putting in air ducts. It's a two-story. Well, and a basement. Two-story and a basement. So the air ducts aren't really hard down here, but the vents on every floor, there's HVAC fans, boosters that go at each vent, with also shut-off switches and thermostats every room, which I like. And we'll have to do that for down here, though. Well, we won't need the booster HVAC fans, but we will need the probably its own thermostat down here. So we'll have to get the HVAC shutoffs. But basically, like I showed you, we're going to put them up here, There's already ductwork running through here, so we only need a little bit to like come out this, like stretch them out. And see, over here, I have another one now. I have the PS3 only down there. I'm selling the it's a 7.1 amp. I only have 5.1 speakers. Crazy nice sub there. Definitely got the use out of that thing, I'll tell you. Those are Blu-ray players there. They're you know, nobody uses those anymore, but you know what's poppin'. So that's me. That's the basement behind us. TV's going, you know. Probably gonna keep it as a spare, but I wanna upgrade the whole entertainment here. Hang the new TV up and put in, see the outlet's there, but I want to keep that one down there but empty it. So the new TV will go up here, just put an outlet right directly behind the stand that comes out, plug the TV in, and that way you won't even see a single cord with the TV. It'd be nice. So this is my computer. We'll get to that. This is my thermostat. See, we're at, if you don't know how to use this, you look at the bottom number from the top. So right now we're at 72. That's a airport, or have my boxes. Airport Extreme, or no, yeah, Extreme router. That was the best thing I ever bought. And in my opinion, the best router you can get right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but that's my opinion. The only other thing I saw neck and neck with it was a Nighthawk, but I have a lot of Apple devices, so I went with this, and that's Comcast broadband internet blast. Definitely the best internet. Well, I shouldn't say that, there's a lot better, but the best residential internet you can get. The router is great. It's speedy. Especially with most routers, with this particular one, there is absolutely no, well, of course it's Wi-Fi. You're going to get interference, you're going to get degradation throughout the further you go. But with this, it's very, very minimal. Last offer is 126 down and 12 up. But with this over Wi-Fi, I have not seen it go below 100 and 5 on the devices that can handle it, though. So, like, my phone only sees about 80 on it, or it's like 50 to 80 my phone will see, but on devices with the right Wi-Fi card, it'll definitely see 100. So it's not the router when it's going below 100, it's just the phone. But, you know, again, it's Wi-Fi. 40 over Wi-Fi is great, but I have my computer hardwired into it. In fact, it's the only thing hardwired into it. That's a Cat 6 going from the modem to the router there. That's my lamp. I like the lamp. One of the cool things about the basement, I think. It's an Asus 24-inch 75 Hz monitor. Has G-Sync. Works great with Razer products because they all have G-Sync. Has G-Sync. All just connects. Response rates are about 2 milliseconds. You know, from the keyboard to the monitor, it's about 2 milliseconds. Of course, going to depend on your computer, but we'll get to that. Processor is a Xeon E3 series, A-core for 3.7 gigahertz, I want to say. We will say that. However, this thing, when you're actually playing games and stuff, your processor runs at 3.7 when it's at 20% utilization. If I'm playing Battlefield, say, or something, it does not drop below 4. And it's probably spikes at 60% utilization, 70. And then it runs about 4.7, 4.8. I haven't seen 4.9, but I've definitely seen 4.8. Its average on a game is 4.5. Usually doesn't drop, usually doesn't rise, just steady 4.5 gigahertz. Definitely one of the best processors you can get for just moderate, actually not moderate, heavy, very heavy gaming. I have 12 gigs of RAM. I have 2 sticks of 4, right, those 2 there encased are the G.Skill. The encased blue there, it's the G.Skill, and then the 2 raw uncased are the 2 sticks of 4. I'm sorry, the G.Skill is 2 gigs. I have 2 gig sticks, and it's always better to space them out so you make use of your dual channel RAM, and also don't just put 16 gigs in one stick, because you're going to be transferring 16 gigs through one slot. You want to use all your slots and put a little bit of RAM in each so that you're making use of all your slots, and that way you're really running like 300 pins instead of like 32 or whatever on one slot. Much faster performance. These 2 here are 4 gigs. So you're at 8 gigs, and then these 2 are 2 gigs. So that'll give you 12. 750 watt. I want to upgrade this. I also want to upgrade this. It's the GTX. Oh, come on, focus. I ain't focusing today. The camera. Come on. Well, that's a GTX 750 Ti. And then underneath here, it's kind of, you know, it is nice. Here, I do have a light. You know, it's pretty, and the plastic is very high quality. It's doesn't even feel like plastic to the touch. It's like it's just very reformed plastic. It's like you know, that's a 130-ish, somewhere 128 gig SSD. Yes, it came with a drive bay. I didn't use it because I felt like it was kind of fragile. Honestly, it was made out of very cheap plastic. So right now I'm just kind of going to set it in there. It doesn't really bother me. But I guess I should. It doesn't move either. The cables hold it in place. And it's so light. The SSD weighs probably a feather. That's a Raptor 700 gig or 600 gig hard drive, 10,000 RPM. That's a 64 or 94 volt though. That's just a very